Hey guys, how y'all doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. Make sure you guys hit that like button as you come in, guys. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I was not gonna come on here, but guys, I just wanted to address a few things. I'm gonna wait a few minutes for some people to enter the building, and then I'm gonna get in. I'm sorry, guys, you will not see my face right now because of the fact that I don't look my best. So I'm just coming on here, but I want to come on here to address a few things that we talked about last night. Um, some of the things that I received. Hey, Christine, how are you today? Some of the things that we talked about on last night. The comments I have to address. I have to address these comments because one of the comments has really bothered me. Someone wrote in my comment section that nobody's talking about how the little girl is white. Of course not. And I told them this is not a racial thing, but I did put up her picture and showed how beautiful she was. If you watch the whole video, no matter what race she is, she didn't deserve to be abused or murdered. If y'all just read my comments. Someone else said, of course it has to do with race. If these were a white couple and adopted a black kid with this sick thing happening, you would be making more drama of this. I guarantee that you would. Yes, you are right. Nobody deserved this, but this was 100% to do with race. She has black children, but they decided to murder and beat the young white girl to death. I hope they rot in hell. Hold on just a second. And so what I would like to say to address these comments, because I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but everything this is not a racially motivated thing. And I understand that a lot of people are upset about this little girl being murdered by a black couple, but just, you know what I'm saying? I would be just, and this is just truth. I feel like anybody should be outraged if a child has become murdered due to child abuse. I don't care what color you are. A child being raped, a child being abused, a child being anything that's not right coming from adopted parents, regular or just their biological parents. No matter what, it is wrong. It is wrong for a child to lose their life because of child abuse. And I don't everything does not have to be racially motivated. And if for someone to come on my comment and say, oh, this is a race thing, this is not a race thing because we haven't made it about a race thing. This is about a little girl, a little 3-year-old little girl that was adopted and needed a home, and someone. Hey, Danny Dance, yes, girl, you had to catch the replay, but honey, they don't kind of not make me upset, but they kind of I just want to come on here and say that this is not racially motivated. Mommy. And I believe that as well. And that's what a lot of people, I don't understand, like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you know what I'm saying? Like, Orson, like, a lot of people are talking about Sincere and Classic or Orson and Orland, and they're not talking about how this little girl's life was taken when she was in a safe place. She was in a safe place before she got into Ariel in her husband's hand. She was in a safe place. And I don't understand how this could be racially motivated. I don't get it. If you could tell me, and here is the link just for anybody to, if they want to come on here. Here is the link. If you feel like this is racially motivated, then here is the link, and you can tell me why you feel the fact that it was racially motivated. But in my opinion, this is nothing to be race. This has had nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with child abuse and evil people. And let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. It's everything to do with people that are motivated by money to get some money. That's all what it is. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with race. And for the ones that said that, shame on you, because this is an innocent child life that has been taken. No matter if they're black, white, Korean, Vietnamese, Mexican, it doesn't matter. And I just want to come on here and tell you guys, everything is not racially motivated, especially when it comes to children. For that person to say, well, you'll be truly outraged if this was a black child, I will report it the same way. I will report it the same way. And trust and believe me, it has been black children that has been killed by the other race. It may not have been shedded light on, but it has been kids, black children, lives that has been taken. So don't try to come in someone's comment section unless you really know the truth and you really trying to see it about more than just a race thing. Y'all got to get y'all heart together. Everything ain't about race. Everything ain't about a color. It's all about what's right and what's wrong. Hey, Christine, I ain't the best girl.
Oh, I don't either, but I'm trying to figure this out because my hair is looking a hot mess.
Girl, you could have just told your aviator like me.
just, I'm too vain for that. I'm too vain. And look, and I'm steadily trying to fix this too. While I'm, what the. I got one piece that just don't want to cooperate. It don't want to be a part of the gang.
That's okay.
Okay, so I just want to say to those, because I read both of the comments and I went in detail, looked at those two people. If they're going to be mad at somebody, they should be mad at the white media who did not cover this.
Right.
That's just, if you want to make it a race thing, because it wasn't really a race thing. And personally, I agree with you. They need to ride in hell because nobody should have killed that little girl, regardless. She didn't do anything. She was a cute little girl. And to be honest with you, those people are probably going to get a lot of shit because they're probably going to burn in hell and they're probably going to get hung or executed because they did kill a white little girl. Like, Come on now. Like, we in 22. We know what the game is. Stop playing on people's comments right now, you two. Like, stop playing. Because you should be mad that you had to hear it from a black person instead of y'all's white media. That's where you should be mad. And yes, if it was a black child, we wouldn't have known about it anyways.
True.
Because, who knows how many of these black children be getting killed in this same situation. But for y'all to come here and make it just a terrible thing when Monica went and found this and brought it to y'all's attention that somebody in this world is hurting because their daughter is no longer here. And for y'all to turn into something like this, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Because if you sat there and watched the whole live, you would have saw all of us were outraged. And it was predominantly black people. We were outraged. We were outraged that these people had the audacity to do some shit like this. So, regardless, if it was a black child, a white child, an Asian child, I still would feel the same way. Like, there was no reason to kill that little girl. There was no. If they didn't want that little girl, you know what? They could have gave that little girl back to the system, and that little girl and her brothers could have went back to the family where she was safe before. But instead, they decided to do something selfish and sit up here and try to perpetrate some fraud upon the rest of us, and then turn around and kill this little girl. They gonna get hung. Like, I don't even understand where they're coming from. We all knew there was a little white girl. I even made that just lets me know that y'all two were trolling because I made a comment about the little girl. I made a comment about her blonde hair. So we knew she was a white little girl.
But does it matter to me? Does it matter what race
No,
it is?
it
Does it
didn't
matter?
matter because somebody killed this little girl.
Right.
The end.
And that's what matters. Like when the kids, when you adopt children, you're supposed to adopt them and love them, no matter what race they are. You do it to be. To me, it's called an act of God to change a child life that needs love. That's all what it is. And for you two to make that kind of comment, then I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, y'all need help. People need help. People need help. And people
And
need
I mean, if y'all are so outraged like y'all claim to be, why didn't y'all do a story about it?
child. Like I said,
Why didn't they do a story about it? Now, the one of y'all, I know is a straight troll. I know you're a troll because you got blocked. So we blocked you before, anyways. So we see you, but come on now, y'all trying.
I just look at it like people just need to.
Y'all ain't got nothing better to do with y'all life. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do.
And you know what I'm saying? I think he has deleted the thread. So then let me know that it was just all for some attention. But you got my attention today. But I just want people to know, it's nothing.
Monica had time.
I had my 10, 15, 20 minutes before these kids start worrying me about they hungry, about they this, and about they that. So I just wanted to go ahead and give them something to let them know, this is not a racially motivated thing. Never. It's all about shedding light on a child, that life that was taken shortly. It's never about a color, because color don't matter to God no way. So
and then on top of that, if you did a story last week about was it last week with the
two little black boys.
Okay, so this week you do one about a white child. So chances are next week you're gonna do another one about a black child or maybe a white child. We don't know. It's gonna be about a child. So the end. Like children, hello. You shouldn't even care. You should be more concerned about the adults that are doing effed up
right,
stuff.
and they mental capacity, how they able to adopt children.
Thank you. That should be the better question. We even talked about that, and that just lets us know that y'all really were not on code of watching the whole live or watching the whole thing or reading the comments as the live was happening. Because if that was the case, you would have caught all what we're saying now. So,
you know what I'm saying? I'm about to get off of here. I just wanted to say this and thank you, Chris. It's just the simple fact that, you know what I'm saying, everything is not a racial thing. It's more of shedding a light and saying and talking about it and letting it be known that this is going on in our world besides, the drama here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, I'm here with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, I'm right there. Like, if they didn't agree, they could have. They didn't do their due diligence and didn't do what they're,
Right. And then when I told him, if you watch the whole live, you'll hear the conversation. It was never about, well, she black. She did that because she was a white girl. I don't think that woman did that because she was a white girl. I believe it was a black girl. She would have killed her too. And then I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100.
I think there's something mentally just wrong with her altogether. She shouldn't have had no child. That's the two that she already had. That should have been it. She didn't need to adopt. Because I noticed it's the girl. The girl was targeted and none of the boys. And they had like 4 boys total. Right. And it was just one little girl. So yeah, I agree. Even if it was a black little girl, it may have been the same. I believe it would have been the same outcome. So there's a bigger question going on, and nobody made it. It wasn't even. I don't know how to put it. It was about race, but it wasn't at the same time because this black woman should have known better.
She should.
She should have known better. Her and her black husband should have known better. As black people, we already know, or we should know, the consequences of doing what they were doing.
It's true, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know you're not at the mental capacity to take care of 5 kids, and just leave them where they at. Find the child that if you wanted to just take in a little girl and you knew that little girl came with 2 more kids, then you knew you didn't have the mental capacity to take care of 5 kids. You should have left her where she at and let her 2 brothers where she at and found the child that you actually wanted or tried to create one on your own.
Or maybe, you know what I just thought about too? Maybe the reason why we didn't really talk about race in that whole thing, or it wasn't like a big thing, a big prominent thing, is because we were a predominantly Black audience. And we already know there's things that are unsaid that we don't have to say because we already know.
Right.
We
and
already
you know
know. Like, we already know these 2 Black fools effed up. Like, we already know.
and then I kind of made that simple. I'm like, now y'all know that they gonna get it because of the fact that of that. You know how our justice system is. I didn't put it like that, but I knew.
Yeah, we already, all of us in that conversation or on that live or on maybe that's why we didn't. Maybe that's why we didn't say anything, because we already know what the code is. We already, as Black people, we already
That justice will be served, and that's just straight up 100.
Because it was a little white girl with blonde hair, blue eyes. Don't play.
Right.
Don't play.
Since y'all made it a racial thing, we're gonna sit here and keep it real with y'all. We know what's going to happen. That's why we didn't make it a racial thing, because we know.
We already know. We already said they're gonna be. We surprised they made it to the jail. To be honest with you,
they waited. Now, to be honest, they waited 5 days before they put them in jail, and I'm shocked they didn't go to jail the first day when the baby was dead. You know.
Yeah.
They went to jail after the autopsy report came in. After 5 days, they found out of multiple force trauma. So that let you know.
And that's shocking. That's shocking to the rest of us, like the rest of the Black folks. Because usually, you know what, before even anything happened, the moment they pronounced that girl dead, usually y'all Black folks would have been in jail.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Happened before you even made it to the jail.
Right. And so, I know y'all hear my washing and dry, washing the front, but I was washing and dry today of Saturday, so we wash and dry here. But
ooh.
But you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to come on here and think that, you know, that we're prejudiced or anything like this on this platform. We're not. We love everybody. Everybody has an open opinion. But let's be real with the opinion. Don't come on here being an ass. Let's just be real.
Showing your whole butt behind.
Right. And, you know, I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know, you know, this is not a racial thing. This is more of shedding a light on a little girl life that was taken, and she was innocent, and she was a pretty little girl, and she seemed like she was sassy, but, you know, what little girl you know ain't sassy? So,
yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone.
Like, I have a 4-year-old right here. I done told her 2-3 times to get out of this room, and she's right here. So they let you know, kids are kids.
I know. I mean, that's why I don't got none of them. Mm-hmm.
You said you were going to adopt those, Christine.
Yeah, I would do, because that's somebody else's child that I'm just participating in helping them be functional human beings in the world. But you know how many loopholes they trying to make me jump through to do all that? Because I'm single. Hey, Dad. Do you want?
Dog at?
Huh?
Where your dog at?
Your dog is right here.
Where your dog at?
That's my dad just talking.
That's okay.
You know you fired, right?
He telling the dog he fired again. That dog stay fired.
Okay.
He stay fired. He ain't never on his job.
I got all the way in the house. You ain't quite nailed down. Your ass in here sleep. Sleep on God, dude. You know they shoot people for that. Except fire squad for your ass.
Well, come on here and say this. I may just take this on down, but I wanted to go on here and go ahead and address them too, so they'll know to go ahead and just let that alone. That ain't got nothing to do.
Well, you need to vent and get that out, because you know.
It did make me upset. It did make me upset, because I was planning on going live and talking about the salt and pepper biopic later on today. I may go ahead and go live and see what everybody think of the biopic. I might wait.
When did it come out?
It's coming on tonight by 7:00.
Okay. Well, that means it won't be on. You see, y'all will see it, and I won't see it until later. Then.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I may talk about it tomorrow, or tomorrow we might talk about something different. But we'll see how this biopic, it's going to be on Lifetime. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see.
Okay. Because, I got to see that. Because, that was my group back.
I understand. All right. Well, I'm going to get out of here, Christine. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, Monica. Bye, everybody else. Talk to you later.
Y'all, ain't nobody in the comments but you. Look, but us. Y'all have a good.
They'll come back and find it and be like, what did he do?
Okay. All right.
All right. Bye, Monica.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
You too.